Alright guys, I'm going to show you my before and after on my barrel. If you guys want to see the whole cleaning process, I can show you guys that. Not much to show, but I'm willing to show you guys. You're looking at about 200 rounds down the barrel. This is my 22 Creed. And yeah, I clean about every 150 to 250. If I'm in the middle of a load development process, I don't like to clean in the middle, so sometimes I go more. I like to clean at 150 rounds or 200, but sometimes I go a little over. But so yeah, I get it back down to bare metal. And yeah, if you want to see the process, I can show you. There ain't much to show, but I can show you guys if you guys want. Alright, so we're heading back to the chamber. We start off at the crown. I don't know if I guys showed you the crown real good. That's the crown. Heading back to the chamber. What was that? Oh, just a piece of crap. Now this ain't horrible, but it does get a little worse towards the chamber. Quite a bit of copper. Yep, starting there. You guys can see it's pretty damn black. And yeah, gets pretty bad there. So that's not outrageous carbon fouling, but there's quite a bit of carbon there, and there's probably copper right underneath that. So yeah, I mean, it's not outrageous, but even this takes a little bit to clean. But my process, I'll tell you, it takes me about 20 minutes. I'll do my normal process. Sometimes I'll do an extra like 10 minutes at the end if it's not quite there. But a lot of the times it's close enough so I don't want to just dirty everything back up. So, alright, I'll show you the after picture. I'll run it through my cleaning process here, and then I'll show you the after. Alright guys, so this is my after process here. Starting at the crown, going back to the chamber now. Pretty damn sparkly clean. So that's when I tell you guys I get it down to bare metal, I mean that. I get it down to. A lot of people will say, you know, when you say that, like, oh yeah, what does that mean? And I get it down to pretty much bare metal. Now, I could go a little bit more. You guys will see here coming up. I could go here. Let me take the brightness off just a hair. I could go a little bit more coming up here. Maybe another 5 minutes or 10 strokes, but let me see here. Okay, so right about there starts getting a little bit darker. Come on now. There we go. And then it comes out of the darkness again. So, I mean, there is still a little bit of carbon in that groove. Not much. Not much at all. This whole process took me about 20-25 minutes. I'll just show you, or I'll tell you my process real quick. If you guys want to see it, I can show you guys. You know, I'm more than willing to show you guys if anybody wants to see it. But so what I do is run 5 soaked patches of Vortex Eliminator, just carbon. Their eliminator is carbon and copper, but it's mostly for carbon. But 5 patches of soaked Vortex Eliminator, and then I follow it up with as many dry patches as I need to get a dry patch. Usually about 5 or 6, 4 or 5, and then they start coming out dry. And then after that, I move right to IOSO on a nylon brush. IOSO is friggin' amazing. I could start right off with IOSO, but I like running the eliminator right off the bat because it just gets any of that loose powder, carbon, or burnt powder, or unburnt powder that's still in the barrel. Because I'll tell you, the nylon brush with IOSO on it, you could scrub this barrel pretty clean with just eliminator, and you could throw some IOSO on there, and it comes out black because it gets more no matter what. Like, you can get this barrel pretty damn clean, and it will still come out black. That's how good IOSO. It gets stuff that you don't even see, really. It does good. So I go right to the barrel after the eliminator with IOSO, nylon brush with it covered in IOSO, and I do about 15 to 20 strokes like that with a nylon brush, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and that's it. That's really it. And then I follow that up with dry patches until it's dried out, until all the black gunk and you'll see that nylon brush is solid black by the time you get done even 10 strokes or 5 to 10 strokes. It's already black. I swear by that stuff. I got it from Eric Cortina. Frickin', I swear by it now. I've had many cleaning procedures throughout, like I'm sure all of you guys have too. You kind of change it up, but I've been doing this for the last, I would say, 5 years or 4 to 5 years, and I don't see me switching up anytime soon unless there's a miracle product that comes onto the market. But this is amazing. That IOSO is amazing. About 20 strokes, it gets it this clean. And like I said, I could spend maybe another 10 strokes to get that last bit here, you see. But to me, dirtying up the nylon brush again and all that, it's not worth this little bit. So I'm not gonna, and I forgot to show you guys the carbon ring, the before picture of the carbon ring, but it was not horrible, but it was a little bit worse than what you're seeing there. So I got, I'd say, 90% of it. Probably 10% left there that you're seeing, and that's not going to cause a problem anyway. I may run my nylon brush clean, or my chamber brush, to try and knock a little bit more of that off, but that's not going to hurt you. That's not going to create any extra pressure. That's not bad enough to harm you, in any way. So that's a pretty small carbon ring there. It takes a lot more than that to start. Now, if I cleaned every 1,000 rounds, I would definitely tackle that a little bit more, but I clean every 200 rounds anyways, so by another 200 rounds, that's not going to get big enough to hurt me or create higher pressures or anything like that. Plus, you got to realize the neck of the case sits a little bit before that NOA is probably a little bit before that line you're seeing, that black carbon, last bit of carbon there. It probably sits just ahead of that. So, it's not even reaching that. That's my cleaning process. If you guys want me to show it to you, I will. There ain't much to show, but I will show it to you guys if anybody wants to see it. That's no problem. And that's the only two products I use. I do own Vortex Copper, their copper cleaner, or just copper cleaner. Like I said, the eliminator is carbon and copper, but I do have Vortex just copper cleaner, and I use that if a barrel coppers up really bad. Like my 6.5 Creedmoor, the first 100 rounds I put through that thing that thing coppered up like crazy. And that's what IOSO does, actually. If it helps you cleaning from cleaning to cleaning. So the next cleaning, if you use IOSO, is a lot easier. But it also helps not copper up the barrel as much, carbon or copper up the barrel. So you get less carbon and less copper fouling if you keep using IOSO. So that's what I've noticed, at least, and it does work. I don't swear by a lot of products, but I'll tell you, IOSO, works really good. So that's it. That's it, guys. So I appreciate it. You guys want to see it? I can show it to you guys, but I just explained it. So that's all there is to it.